Good evening, it's Aitherea, and tonight I'm going to try on some lipstick for you. As you can see, I do have a little something on my lips right now. It is this Burt's Bees Tinted Lip Balm in the color Red Dahlia. And for whatever reason, my camera refuses to focus. I apologize. But please take my word for it. It's Red Dahlia. This is just a tinted chapstick. You can see the color in the tube looks quite dark, but it just comes across as a sheer pinky reddish shade. But I'm going to take that off and try on the first lipstick. I'm starting with some of the drier lipsticks I have, because I'm hoping that as I progress, my lips will get more and more comfortable. So this first shade is a L'Oreal Paris option. I'm trying to find the full name here. I don't know. L'Oreal Color Riche. I think I know it's a matte one, so they have a few in their Color Riche line, but this is $9.78 all out pound. So this is just sort of a my nude shade. Again, I think it looks a little darker in the bullet than it will on my lips, but let's just see. I did bring myself a mirror. So actually, I'm not sure I would refer to this as a nude, because it's a little bit, I don't want to say dark, but it's almost like a sort of mauvey shade, but it is one that is easy to wear, I would say. It's not dark enough that you really need like a lip liner or extra makeup on your eyelids to match. I actually quite like this shade. Next, I have the Healthy Lip Velvet Finish by Physicians Formula. The color is All Natural Nude. I really like this brand. I'm not super into matte lipsticks. I like the way they look, I just hate how drying they feel. And this is one that's not super drying, so I actually appreciate that. think this shade is lighter and a bit pinker than the last one. It is a very flattering, more nude leaning shade, or at least my nude, I should say. I do quite like this one. I think it's very wearable. And it's also quite easy to apply, as you can see. Another one that you can get away without a lip liner. I really like makeup products that are simple to use and apply because I'm really lazy to apply makeup, and the more steps it is, the less likely I'm going to use it. Probably why I don't wear a lot of makeup on a day-to-day basis, because I just can't be bothered. So something like this that's very pretty and relatively long-lasting because it is a liquid lip with a really pretty color is definitely right up my alley. So this one too, I will remove with that micellar water because it is a little bit more dried down. I don't have to rub my lips so much. You can see my mouth is already getting a little bit red from wiping these off. But that's life. Next, this is Almay Lip Vibes Call Out. This is a brown shade. I actually just got this, and I quite like it. This formula is not the same kind of matte as the others were. I think it is supposed to be matte, but it's more of a satin finish. So I think this is another relatively easy to wear shade. Not sure how well you can tell on the camera, but it's like a kind of terracotta brown. It's not extremely brown, like not super dark, not super light. I don't know, but I think it's a very nice color for fall. And it's another one that is pretty easy to apply. We just do a swatch of color and then rub your lips together, and that helps with the outer line. Okay. Next, we have another L'Oreal product. This is L'Oreal Color Riche Shine in Dazzling Dough. I can just wipe this one off with tissue because it's not a dry down color. As you can guess, this one is meant to be shiny, It's funny because in the container, it doesn't really look shiny at all. It almost looks matte. This is a brown shade as well. I think the previous lipstick had much more like pink or kind of red in it than this one does. You can see this is a very cool toned brown. And because there's a little redness around my lips from me wiping the lip colors off, I think it's not as flattering as it could be, and it might also seem to make my teeth look a little more yellow than some of the other colors. Regardless, I do actually really like this color because I think it's very unique. I mean, again, maybe we would see it as a fall color just because it's brown, but I don't know, like I said, I don't think you come across a lot of colors like this, and even though it is a little out there, I do still generally find it to be relatively wearable, so I quite like it. Next, I have the Revlon Ultra HD Matte Lip Color. It's seriously, I'm not even wearing foundation, but it looks like I wiped it off or something. I promise it's just redness. I have a little bit of concealer in my pimple down here, but that's it. Anyways, the color is called Seduction. This is one of my OG favorites because I feel like it's very subtle but kind of sexy almost, just like the name. It's very much like a My Lips But Better shade. I really like it. I feel like it just makes my lips look more full. It's very pretty, very wearable, super easy to apply. It does dry down a little more matte. It's kind of shiny right now, but it doesn't really stay that shiny. I think it wears off pretty well too, just because it's so similar to my natural lip color. And I really like this one. This entire line is one of my favorites because they're super comfortable and a lot of the colors are really flattering. Oh, I missed one. This is another one of the L'Oreal Color Riche Shines. This is Glossy Fawn. This is a very wearable, again, my nude sort of shade, but it's a little bit more on the peachy side, I think. Yeah, definitely a little more peachy. This is another lipstick I really love, not only for the color, but also because the formula feels really moisturizing. Doesn't leave your lips feeling dry. It's great. And back to our Revlon Ultra HD, I have the color Forever. This is another brown shade. I did kind of a terrible job applying this one. This is almost similar maybe to that first color I put on, where it's like kind of brown and pink at the same time. Yeah, it's kind of a pinky brown. But I think that's what makes it flattering. And I don't know exactly how all these colors are translating to the camera, but I'm just describing them as I see them. Again, another very wearable color. I'm super into browns and brownish pinks or pinkish browns just because not only are they flattering and relatively easy to wear, but I find browns a little bit more unique or cool than just going with your everyday nude. As much as I love the everyday nude, whenever I want to try something a little more out of the box, but not like too far out of the box, still wearable, I kind of go for browns. I'm not super into the colored lips. I think they look super cool on other people, but for me, it takes a lot of balancing to make that kind of color work. I just don't want to spend the time on eye makeup. It's just not for me. So that's why I kind of like going for brown instead, to do something a little more edgy or cool or unique or whatever it may be. So that's that one. Next, this is an Almay Smart Shade Butter Kiss in 30 Nude Light. This is like a shimmery kind of pinky my nude color. And I used to wear this all the time. I still think it's quite pretty. But certainly probably more of a summery shade, as you can see. Gosh, look at that tassel. Very shiny and a little bit glittery, a little bit sparkly. I still love it. The color is like pink, but kind of like, I think the shimmer might have a little bit of gold or something in it. For whatever reason, it reminds me of a sunset. I don't know if they still sell this, but I love it. I'm never getting rid of it. And honestly, even if it's more summer, I feel like you just wear what you want, right? Like if you love a beautiful, like light pink shade like this, then just wear it. I know I will, so. And now onto a dark shade. I don't wear dark shades that often because, like I said, once again, you have to put a little bit more effort into your makeup to balance these types of colors. But this is one that I really like. I think it matches my coloring and my skin tone really well. And it's not too hard to apply and not too hard to balance. A lot of times I can actually get away with just some mascara. So this is Revlon Color Burst Foam Stain, and the color is called Crush. As you can see, this one took a little bit of extra effort just kind of trying to clean it up, but honestly, I do feel like you can get away without a lip liner with this one too. So it's kind of a berry shade, almost like a burgundy type of color. There's really a lot of purple in this one. Very berry, very burgundy. But again, somehow still wearable. It has a little bit of a sort of mentholy, like airy feeling on your lips when you first put it on, but it doesn't really last. Could be because this is probably past its expiration date, but that's okay. We all do this, right? Hold on to lipsticks we like. This is one I actually would repurchase though. I'm not sure if they still make it. They probably do. But I would definitely repurchase this one because it's one of the few darker colors that I actually like and feel is relatively easy to apply and wear. And like I said, doesn't take a ton of balancing with the eye makeup. Like, definitely do need some mascara though, but I think I could get away with it if I had mascara. So, okay, that's that. Let's take her off. As you can see, it did stain my lips a little bit, but not a lot. They're definitely a little bit pinker from that. Now it does call itself a balm stain, but it's not like it's meant to be wiped away and worn as a stain. I don't particularly like that kind of hot pink left behind. Like I said, it's not super serious, so it doesn't really bother me. The next kind of darker shade I have is another one of these Revlon Ultra HD matte lip colors. This one is called Shine. Good thing I did that balm stain towards the end, because my lips are definitely like a Kool-Aid pink. Obviously it'll come off better too if you use like a makeup remover. This one is technically a metallic shade. It does say metallic on the bottle, but it doesn't come across as super metallic to me. Like, there are a bit of micro glitter for sure, but it's not overkill, so I actually really like it, of course. Sometimes the metallic shades for me are just too much, but this one's really pretty. I'm trying to kind of give a color profile. It's not quite as berry-ish as the other one. Probably a little bit less purple. More of a browny, reddy purple color. Kind of like brown, red, and plum mixed together maybe to make this color. It's a really hard shade to describe, but I really like it. I also think that this one is very wearable. I didn't do the best job of application, but I did do a pretty decent job. I think I would be okay wearing this out and not feeling self-conscious with the application. So again, you're seeing the theme here. I really like colors that are easy apply and where it's really, really comfortable on the lips. And it does dry down a bit too, but it will probably retain a little bit of the shine it has now, just because it is a quote-unquote matte metallic, but it's very, very lovely. So again, another lip color that I just adore and will definitely keep. Okay. And relatively easy to wipe away. This stain is from the last one. It is called the balm stain, so the last in my lineup are chapsticks. These are my all-time favorite chapsticks. The brand is called Raw Sugar, and it says it's natural lip balm, and I have two different flavors, scent. We have raw coconut mango and pineapple, maki berry, and coconut. This one's actually pretty much out, but I do like this one better than this one. They used to have a lemon one, but I can never really find it at my Target anymore because that's where these are sold. So I'm kind of sad about that because I really love lemon stuff. That one wasn't super lemony. It was a little bit more of like a kind of pastry lemon or like a confectionery lemon, so it wasn't as citrusy as I would normally like, but you know, it's what it is. Still lemon-esque, and I liked that. So as you can see, no shade on this one, just a plain old lip balm. And the reason I love this so much, it just feels so moisturizing, and it has a lot of slip. I feel like for me, I'm not a big fan of the chapsticks that are harder. Like, I mean, a lot of brands come to mind, but EOS is one of them. And I don't hate it, I'll totally use EOS, but I just love the more slippery ones. But at the same time, this one doesn't feel greasy to me like the Carmex ones do. I know some people might disagree and say that this one is also greasy, but to me it's not. For whatever reason, I just love it. So, those are all the lipsticks I have to share with you today. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and as always, thank you so much for watching. And here we have the dog who has been making noise this whole video. She is the one you heard breathing and snoring in the background, so I apologize for that, but girl's gotta get in her beauty sleep, right?